Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy, Sir Pork's Bottom here. I was I was given a friendly recommendation on a previous video of mine that I may make the music a little too loud, so I'm going to turn that down, so hopefully my voice is a little bit clearer. I've already cleared Anomaly Arbitration, as you can see here. I'm going to go through again. I had to do a lot of workshopping with these teams to get this right. I think, for me, assuredly the most difficult one is the Flame Reaver. I don't know what... like, he seems to take very little damage, and I'll go over that when we get there, but this is basically just going to be a guide or proof, you know, that I have zero cycle this Anomaly Arbitration. So let's hop into it. I'm not going to change these teams at all. I'm going to go over, I actually do want to go over something with Saridra, because she is coming out again. She is rerunning, so all my Finon players, you know, get ready. But she's rerunning when Sparzy drops. I'm running this Harmony cone on her, so I don't have her signature cone. When she dropped, it was kind of a bad time for me. So I didn't actually have enough to get her cone at the time. I'm very excited to re-summon for her cone, though, so I can... I mean, can we go over her cone? I don't really know. Let's do this. I can pull it up. Let me give me like 2 seconds here. Go light cones and Harmony. So, kind of the thing with... Here it is. Yep. Increases wear attack by 64%. That's double the attack increase, you know, compared to this cone. This one, you're not using your skill 3 times, so you're never getting this max dex. You'll probably get 1, maybe 2 with her, with the Finon team, at least with my Finon team. I don't think you'd be getting much more than that anyway, even if you didn't have Finon E2, E6. Like, you're just not, you're in ult way too much to be getting this fully stacked up, I feel like. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm a little overblown, but I don't think you're really going to see this that often. Either way, it doesn't have 100% uptime, so you're going to have much more value from the attack buff that this one gives you. This is the big one. After using ultimate to attack, recovers 1 skill point. That's fine. After the wearer uses their skill on an ally character, increases the skill damage dealt by the target by 54% for 3 turns. This part doesn't matter because it's Finon, so it's like 1 turn, but that's impressive. That's amazing. It's going to make my Finon 54% better, to put it lightly. So I'm very excited to get that cone, man. She hasn't rerun. Obviously, it's been a while since she came out now. So I'm excited to get that cone. I do think it's best in slot. I mean, not best in slot, but I do think it's like best value for your pulls for Saridra. You do kind of want her E1, but her S1's also really good. It's kind of interchangeable which one's going to be better for Finon, just because this gives you 2 stacks per skill. The rest of it, I mean, does matter. It is like important, like 60% defense ignore, 20% defense ignore skill damage. Like, that's awesome. But you also want the sig. So she's kind of a weird character. She's like a minimum 3 cost character, which is kind of funny, given that she's usable for 1 or 2 teams at most. Like, you don't really need her E1 if you're running her with an Oxa, to be fair, I don't think. Her E1 is just really, really good with Finon because the stack generation helps a lot with her. I'm running, obviously, Remembrance Cone, or RMC, quote-unquote signature cone, DDD, Sparkle, Nova Flare. These, we'll get to these 4 in a minute. This is the other one that I had a hard time with. This is like the wheelchair of the century for Aglaia, dude. There is so much support that you need for Aglaia to clear this Ash, or to clear Firefly. Like, it's kind of crazy. Let's just go into it, and I'll clear everything, and we'll sort of go over it as we go. I'm on record saying that, you know, Sunday is going to be the first one to be phased out of, you know, the best in slot teams that I have currently. I really feel like it's just true. Running her, we'll talk about it more when I get to the Aglaia section, but like, dude, like anybody else in that slot, I feel like would just, man, it wouldn't feel good. It's so irritating what happens with that team, man. But anyways, we'll get into it. The Finon team is not so the Finon team is not so distraught right now. It's pretty good. I mean, you're still running sustainless with him just because really you're not going to take any damage when you're ulting. Like, I'm not going to take any damage from this point on. And I have all the buffs active, so we just kind of roll through here. Again, this is like, you know, my second highest cost team, so it is a little bit, I don't know how to put it, maybe disingenuous, you know, with how well this clear goes. But it's fine. It's fine. He's awesome. See, the thing that stinks about Finon, and I've noticed this with because I tried him out in a couple of states. Like I said, I was workshopping quite a bit because of that Flame Reaver stage. Like Finon really has a hard time getting those meteors up against these guys because it's just like one enemy who's like weakness broken and you just can't do anything about it. You just have to sit there and like. You just have to sit there and keep attacking them, and it feels like you're wasting a lot of time. But yeah, well, you know, it is what it is, I guess. We get one more attack here. Hopefully this clears the right thing. Okay, yeah, he's broken. There we go. Do we W and get him to summon, or do we just attack and then blow up? I think we just attack. Because you'll notice now I need to do this. Because I'm not at full stacks yet. Now I am. But we'll do a skill here. It's a free attack. I think this should be good. Kind of a free run. Finon definitely needs like one more really good support. Obviously Saridra is fine. Like Don Hung PT's in the game too, who is good. We just. Actually, he's not even running right now. I think Don Hung PT, I couldn't run him on here because I need to run Sparkle for action advancing. And I need to run, because Sunday has to be on the Aglaya team, which we'll get to in a second. I actually might just do this one next. But like, so Sparkle's on this team, which is fine. But I can't run Don Hung PT because there's no, like, I need the true damage buff from RMC. I need the action advance from you, and I need Saridra. So you're kind of locked. You know, I find it actually almost needs a 15 member. But that's not going to happen, obviously, so let's get this over with. I actually don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this my first try. This is like, oh, man, dude. The amount of, I was, I'm very excited for Asheville to come out. Because once I'm able to, you know, get a new character in for Aglaya, man, my life is going to be so much easier. Oh man. Look, I love Aglaya, okay? Like, oh no, see, like right there, like that is so annoying. Why does, dude? Oh. Okay, let me lock in. Sunday has this weird thing where he wants to target Cyrene instead of my main DPS character in the first slot, but it's okay. The game thinks that Cyrene's gonna be doing more damage than Aglaya. It may be right. The game might be right. So we're attacking this little peacock thing here, just to get it so it has a weakness. Because right now it doesn't have one, as you can tell. Once this thing hits 6 stacks, it gets a weakness. I think it gains the weakness of whatever damage type hit it. So we just want to get this ready for when we do the burst damage with Aglaya. It'll actually, you know, it'll do as much as it can. Okay, so let's not press space right away. It's a buff. Aglaya. Get the true damage buff early. We do this and then ult immediately. Yeah, because see, now she's weak to, what is it weak to? Yeah, right, so it's weak to lightning and quantum because Tribby and Aglaya were the only one who hit it. Right, yes, so I was done. I just want to make sure. Now that I was doing this at like 3 in the morning. I think we'll just attack you, I guess. Oh, but man, it was, yeah, Aglaya is not in a great spot, man. I wish she had some better options. You know, obviously Cyrene's a big help. Triby's still a really solid option here. We're gonna buff Triby as well. We're gonna save Triby ult though for a little bit. Triby's still solid. Sirene's good. Like Sunday's not bad. I mean, I think a lot of it falls on Aglaya just not being a good character. Like I hate to say it, man, but like I have her E2 as well. This Aglaya, so it's like the fact that she has difficulty performing 0 cycles, you know, at this stage of Honkai Star Rail is kind of ridiculous. Especially for her only being a year old. I mean, she hit a year old today, I think. Or today. Well, technically, whatever. Today, yesterday, it doesn't matter. You know, because she is a fun character. I do have fun playing this character. It's just like when I'm forced to sort of I don't know, like when I'm forced to use this character and it's not a lightning weak character, and you know, something like this where it requires you, because the debuff for Sam is you need to use a lot of skill points to get rid of the crit damage reduction, because I think it reduces your crit damage by something like 150% if you're not using skill points. And this team obviously has some difficulty using skill points, given that you're not really using them with Sirene and you're not ever using them with Aglaya, since she's a basic attacker with like an enhanced ultimate stage. So it's like, you know, she struggles a lot with some more difficult content in the game. I also don't know why that AHA instant is there, but whatever. Which is really upsetting. You know, I feel like if there was a character, and I want to say this for Sunday, because Sunday does have still like good buffs. You know, he's still not a terrible character. I have Sunday at E0S1, by the way. The thing is, like, if there was another character that did like as much as Triby or Sirene and also just moved up the character summons, I feel like Aglaya would be way better, way better. The thing about Sunday is, you know, he is pushing forward the summon, and I think that is, it's just not something that they've introduced in the game again, and so it's really difficult to find a replacement for Sunday, or to make one, especially now, because you know, they're kind of, obviously they're pulling away from the whole summoning thing with the AHA instance, and so they're not going to be like, oh, here's a support character that gives you 100% action advance and also advances your summon. They're just not going to do that right now, because that's not where they're at. You know, that's not where they're at in the game. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about this stage a little bit, because obviously I'm a little bit disappointed with Sunday. I think Sunday should be on his way out. I saw Perdwin kept him in tier 0, which is funny, given that Sparkle like is better. Like buffed Sparkle, Nova Flare Sparkle is just better than Sunday. At E0S1 or whatever they calculated that. But they still kept him in tier 0, man. It's not that he's bad, like I said. It's just like it feels like his value is only like his value is only apparent right now because nobody's competing for that advanced summon spot. You know what I mean? So it kind of feels disingenuous to put him at tier 0 because he's okay. This is ridiculous. This energy regen debuff on Flame Reaver is absolutely insane, by the way. Like, look at this damage from casters. Like, this is E6 casters, and we're doing. Okay, now I think it's maybe because we broke there. We're doing actual damage now, but like, still, like, come on, man. What is going on? This was a tough stage, man. This was a tough stage. And I just absolutely folded. I think we're gonna be fine, but this, whoopsies. Whoopsies. If we're not fine here, it's my bad. I don't take accountability. Hopefully he dies here. He doesn't. Okay, that's awesome. Look how much energy Hyacinth generates when she gets hit. Oh. Like, dude, oh my gosh, man, that's so low. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what? It's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. We hit him with the Scythe. Okay, nice. That's fine. I think we're still fine. I think we're still fine. We'll be able to zero cycle, I think. But like the fact that it's even close is fucking crazy, man. Because you know who isn't close is the king. Like the king, it's not this close, man. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe my first my day all here. That's awesome. And obviously I'm running double sub DPS because, you know, Cyrene and Tribby are busy helping Aglaya. I'm telling you though, once they release a character that advances action along with that character's summon, Sunday's off that team. Sunday's no longer a team member. That was a lot of damage. Good job. Okay. All right. So obviously we can beat the normal king. We'll just go to Plight. We'll just do that. That's the thing. It's like I feel like Sunday should have been replaced already. He is kind of an old support character, but they won't. They're not introduced even with the whole remembrance, you know, thing last patch. You know, they didn't introduce a character that also advanced the action of the character, you know, which was like Sunday's whole selling point before you know 3.x came out. You know, it was like, hey, this Sunday character's coming out. He's going to be best in slot for the remembrance team because he's pushing up summons. And like on paper, you think that's correct. Obviously, in practice, there's these 4 remembrance characters, and then there's Aglaya. And Aglaya is really the only one who benefits from Sunday, comparatively. Which is, you know, it's fine. Like I don't mind the fact that Sunday has a niche. It's just kind of funny that, like, dude, I don't know, like his buffs aren't the greatest anymore. Is what I'm trying to say. In way too many words. I'm still talking about Sunday for like 5 minutes. Sorry, it's kind of hard to narrate over the remembrance team. You know, you kind of just like blow up the characters or the enemies and move on with your life. But you know, I'm actually gonna use Evernight ult here too. I wonder if I can cheese an extra Cyrene ult. I don't think I'm gonna get Caster's ult here. So, a little bit of overflow. That's okay. 130% overflow. Does the dragon? I don't know. The dragon might do like 11 million here. 15. Little, sorry, Pollux. We're gonna get hit here. Ult with Hyacinth. That's awesome. Yeah, he does like delay. So there is like the delay enemy action in this Plight, which is it's a pretty powerful effect. However, I don't think it matters too much with this team. You're getting a lot of 0 action value damage with this team, so it is what it is. Please tell me he's dead here. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's ult. Yeah, we gotta get Hyacinth. We should be good here. Right, because I get ultimate. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the caster's team is still dominant. I talked about this in my E6 Asheville video, you know, when I was running through that one. This team can clear Plight next patch as well. And by this team, I mean the team that I'm currently using. I don't know, you know, if you're running like E2 or something, I don't know if it'll be able to do that. The team that I'm currently using can do it, which is good. I don't know, like it feels like caster, this Mono Remembrance team is going to be like sort of excessively dominant. But I think, you know, with the crazy buffs that they're giving to elation damage, especially with the next Plight stage, like Silverwolf, who's dropping in 4.2, is going to be really strong. Like I think she's going to be a really strong DPS character. And you know, Sparzy, Yao Guang, we don't really know what Elation MC does yet, or at all really. But like these characters are going to really show why they're, you know, the anniversary characters. I think. You know, because right now, like, Sparzy and Yao Guang are kind of, you know, like they're good, I don't know, like, if they're quite as good as you want them to be on release, but they are solid characters. I just think it's gonna be up to Silverwolf to make both those characters seem really, really, really good. We get sent to Brazil, man. We get a full action advance though. That's really helpful. Because, you know, with this whole, what do they call it? Like back lane enemies or something like that, right? Like, it is effective. It could have nerfed the Remembrance team quite a bit. Like, imagine if, like, Hyacinth couldn't heal Casters here. Or, like, Casters didn't get her new bed points. Because she's in, like, a different realm or whatever. She's not technically on the field or whatever. Like, it could have been bad. Like, you know, the team could have just been dead. Honestly, but obviously, it's not the route they went. Probably, I mean, I'm a little bit biased maybe, but for the best. I love my Scythe characters, man. I like Asheville a lot too. You know, I was looking back at all the characters. You know, I've been playing Star Rail intermittently since like I don't know, who was it? Like I think Black Swan was like the first character that released when I was playing the game. It was like Black Swan and Ambivalent Lune. I didn't really start playing until 3.0, but like I at least had the game downloaded and I was doing stuff. Genuine was my first summonable 5-star that I ever wanted, and he was a lightning DPS. And then I got Aglaya in 3.x, who was a lightning DPS. And I got Acheron, who's a lightning DPS, and now I'm a big fan of Asheville, and he's a lightning DPS. It's kind of fun. Maybe I'm a fan of lightning DPS. You know? I've been trying to make Arlen work for the last year, and it's just, you know, it hasn't been working. Kidding. HP scaling lightning DPS, man. That's my bread and butter, man. Anyways, it's Plight cleared. Pretty easy. I think this one was actually easier than the last couple. So if we go to I'll go to my battle records real quick. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is like new skin and stuff or whatever. Let's go to my battle record showcase. So 78, 58, APOC. But like looking at the last three here, like the highest one wasn't that bad. Lygus was tough, who was the first one. Obviously, like you can't look at the records anymore for some reason. Lygus was a lot tougher than I think the Hyacinth boss was. Then this guy was also really tricky, just because he's kind of a break shill, so it was tough without a break team to zero cycle. With Dahlia, obviously I saw clears of like Dahlia, Firefly, Foog, Lingsha, like that team just decimates. It was unbelievable. But compared to these two, even like this boss is just not. This boss is just not all that. I think she has a really low health pool. It feels like she has a lower health pool. I don't know if that's just because of how the mechanic works of her, like, you know, because technically you're like debuffing her and buffing your characters at the same time inside inside Brazil. I call it Brazil because I play League of Legends and Mordekaiser. There's a lot of onion layers there, but you know, like she sends you to the separate area, the separate realm, and you know, you're buffing your characters and debuffing the enemies in that stage from the outside. So it might feel like you're doing a little more damage, but she's fine. Like it's a good boss. I think it's a little bit weaker just so Spargsy and Yao Guang can clear comfortably, and they are weaker characters right now, and obviously they want them to be able to clear, you know, Plight level content or King level content in you know, at different intervals of investment. So I do think this was overall a very difficult Anomaly arbitration. The Knights, I think the Knights are the hardest they've ever been. These ones were not that bad. I think a lot of it has to do with this. So the last three Anomaly arbitrations, Knight 1 has been more of a pure fiction stage. Like it's just like waves and waves and waves of enemies coming through. It's not really like a boss. And that was always kind of an easy one to get away with. And then you had like the two actual bosses. This one had Sam and the like propagation Sam from last patch. And then this guy, dude, what a mess, man. Like, he takes no damage. Like I have, like, one of the better teams. This is the best team in the game. And it's just, like, I mean, this isn't, I guess, you know, my days here, but, like, you know, these are the best characters in the game. And it still can't, like, clear that comfortably. Well, I mean, it was comfortable. You get the point. Like, it was still close. Like, it didn't feel like I was going to clear it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of crazy. And I've watched some other clears of some different teams, and it is, like, this is a tough boss, man. And then these two are no slouches either. The debuffs are pretty intense for 1 and 3 too. You know, just minusing crit damage based on HP, minusing crit damage based on how many skill points you use. Like, that's rough to get started. You know, obviously the you know, the energy reduction or whatever is unbelievable. Dude, I was running the Aglaya team on this one, and I think Aglaya dropped out of Bolt like twice. Like, it was that bad. Like, you just don't get energy. You know, especially because all of her energy comes from the Thread Keeper, or Thread Bearer. I'm double checking that name right now. Thread Bearer, Thread Keeper, Thread something or other. Garment Maker. Okay, well, sorry. You know, all your energy comes from Garment Maker, so it's technically not on your turn that you're getting the energy. So you're getting 50% reduced energy on a character, or 360%. Or 360 energy charge, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. So, that's kind of my rundown, I guess. I don't know what else to say other than that. I mean, this Anomaly Arbitration is hard. I hope they keep making it difficult. And I know next patch is going to be kind of tough. So, be ready for that. But thanks for watching.